Is Nosferatu too artsy for you? Nosferatu came out over Christmas and it generated quite the buzz, but I bet most of you are wondering if you should go see it at all. After all, what the hell is a Nosferatu anyway? Fret not. I'm here to answer that question for you. And the answer is, you should not go see Nosferatu if you aren't an enjoyer of at least some art films.
Anthony, normally I just watch Marvel movies. What the hell's an art film anyway?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Ryan. Wouldn't it be great if your name were Ryan? An art film is a smaller budget movie that is meant to be somewhat experimental. It isn't aimed at a mass audience. It's trying to make some kind of artistic, symbolic point. Pretentious people would go so far as to call them smart movies. These people would also deny that Pulp Fiction is an art film, and they would be wrong, because it is.
Here, give me that. All right, tell me what to do. Okay, you're giving her an injection of adrenaline straight to her heart, but she's got a breastplate. You gotta pierce through that. So what you gotta do is you gotta bring the needle down in a stabbing motion. I gotta stab her 3 times. No, you don't gotta fucking stab her 3 times.
See? At first you were thinking, there's no way I'm gonna be into this movie. But then when I called Pulp Fiction an art film, suddenly you're like, hang on just a damn minute and let the boy finish. Yes, movies like Pulp Fiction, Apocalypse Now, 2001: A Space Odyssey are all art films. They argue some kind of point and they all have some kind of subtext.
Open the pod bay doors, please, pal.
But movies like Enemy, Black Swan, Blue Velvet, and A Clockwork Orange are also art films. So you gotta decide where your enjoyment of said films stops. Does it stop with Apocalypse Now, or does it stop with Black Swan? And where does Nosferatu land on this scale? Well, let's see. It was written and directed by this guy. His name is Robert Eggers. Egg. He is a very artsy guy. He has made 4 films: The Northman, which I have not seen, The Witch, The Lighthouse, and Nosferatu. I haven't seen The Northman, like I said, but The Witch is kind of about a family in like the olden times who slowly experience misfortune. It's a very depressing movie, very slow burn type movie with a witch in it, and Satan himself makes an appearance. But you never actually see anything. There's never ever any demons or anything like that on screen. Robert likes to leave things like that up for interpretation. The Lighthouse was about 2 men who go mad in a lighthouse.
That's what I mean! That's the trouble with you. That's the trouble with you. With you!
And the whole thing is shot in black and white. Do these movies sound like things you'd be into? If you're on the fence, if you're like, well, The Witch, you know, that seems like a good scary movie I might be into, but The Lighthouse seems a bit too artsy for me, well, then you're in luck, buddy, because I would put Nosferatu right in between those two in terms of artsiness. It has a very understandable and digestible story. It even has little humorous bits in there if you know where to look. But the shots are magnificent. Each and every shot in this movie is a piece of art itself. You will not leave this theater feeling great and happy like you just watched Thor 7. But I think that if you are around this mark that we're kind of talking about in terms of enjoying art films, you'll leave saying, yeah, I knew what I was getting into because I watched that video that Anthony put out, and for what this was, it was really, really great. But if you're not into a bunch of metaphors about love and loss and a little bit of weird kinky vampire stuff, then maybe sit this one out.
Nosferatu!
Hey, you know, if you like this video, you'll probably like the other videos that I will make in the future. Just putting that out there. So just subscribe and you'll see them pop up and then you can watch them. So thanks. See ya.